Hello bachateros, today I am going to show you how you should learn any figure from an online dance class, whether it's our course, someone else's, or even a YouTube move that you liked and you thought about learning. First, you should watch the figure with music to give you a glance about how the final result looks and decide if you like it and proceed to learning it or not. That's why in Bachata Mastery we have a separate video showing the figure with music, but that's quite obvious. Now moving on to the learning part, if you are a more advanced level and you're like me and you don't like to waste time, the video with counts is going to be enough for you to get the hang of it and make sure you get your timing right. But for most dancers out there, for whom many moves from that figure are completely new, detailed explanations are needed because they make the difference between being able to actually use the figure in real social dancing situations or not. Leading and following details and how they should feel are not always so easy to get without them being pointed out to you. Here we also try to come in handy by recording separate videos for you for the counts and for the explanations, so that you don't waste time and go straight for what you need. Now that you've gone this far, you probably reached a point where you can dance your new figure with your partner and you're thinking about moving to the next one. And this is where you're wrong, because the journey for your new move is just halfway through. Let me explain. If you want to be able to, let's say, dance 50 figures, you don't actually need to learn 50 different figures. You need to learn how to split a move you've learned into smaller pieces and recombine them. And the reason is not what you think, it's musicality. You see, in order to be able to adapt a figure to different parts of the song, to accents, stops, or energy changes in that song, you have to be able to dance variations for that figure. This way, you not only have 10 moves out of one, but you're also able to adapt it to the song and also not get bored yourself with your own moves. And this is why in Bachata Mastery online classes, we do that for you. Each figure already comes with a special video explaining variations, so you can use them on that figure. You may have also noticed that every figure has some small tricks or tips, those aha moments that changes everything. Let me give you an example. If I want to do a change of places and then I want to stop here for a double Cuban spin, it is of course important that I have a good axis before I start spinning. So what happens is, when I step on 1, 2 and 3, 4 backwards, these steps put distance from me to my partner. And now on 5 and on 6, especially on 6, I have to do a big step which unbalances me. So what I need to do here is make sure that I don't need step number 6 to go past my partner. So what I do 1, 2, and when I open, I take a little step backwards and a little to the side, 3, 4. Now I'm going to use step number 5 to pass her, and step number 6 is a small step just to turn. And now I'm able to have an axis, because if step number 6 is too big, 1, 2, 3, 4, so step number 5 is not big enough, I have to pass her with 6, and now I'm unbalancing. And this is a very small detail that when we put some speed, I'm going over and I can't have an axis. So look how it is the correct way. I do 1, 2, I'm staying close to her, big step on 5, small step on 6, then I can do the double Cuban spin. So this is the kind of detail that you can't just see by watching a video. It has to be explained, otherwise you are going to struggle and you will say that it is impossible to the normal speed of the music to pass her and do a double turn just on 2 counts. So these are the kind of things you might expect to find in our tips and tricks videos that also come with all the figures we teach. So you think now you're done and you can move on to the next. Well, not if you want to really get good and set yourself apart from the rest, you're not. This is when it's time to start training for musicality and try to see in those little pieces that you have already split the figure into how you can get a dip or a stop to fit in case an accent or music hits while you're right in the middle of it. And because we wanted to make it really easy for you and also save you a ton of your time, we also made special videos about musicality. Yes, when we teach a figure in Bachata Mastery, it comes with a video showing you the easiest but also the most interesting ways of hitting accents within that figure. Now, you can go into a dip from here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. You can also do a normal dip because from this close position you can open into a turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, down and up. Or you can go into a shadow position. 1, 2, 3, 4, accent, stop, or drop and stop. They all look like an accent. So it is very important that you try them on music and see which one better fits you. Now, maybe you also care how you look from outside while dancing. Maybe you've seen videos with yourself and you're not really satisfied with how you look. And this is where another layer of details that separate the pros from the rest comes in. It's all about the styling. Opening, turns, and even the basic steps can look completely different when little details like hand, hips, or just head movements are added. And you've already guessed it, we have that covered also. When you're ready for that kind of details, separate, waiting patiently in a corner, stays the video that makes you really stand out, the styling video. Interesting part about the styling and why you should focus on it, it is not pure for the looks. It is because this is how you develop your own style. It is what will make you, you on the dance floor. When it comes to bachata, there are several abilities that bring value across every new combination you learn. Some of these are the ways you understand the spins and turns, and the reason is simple and obvious. Almost every figure has them. So if you are serious about being really good at bachata, this is definitely something you have to work on. And in Bachata Mastery, we have developed a special course that focuses specifically on this job, to make you spin better with more control and styling. You have to understand axis, momentum, leading and following, spotting, taking energy and releasing. Seems like a lot, but it really isn't if you get the right guidance. Let me give you a quick example. If my partner, or even myself, we do the normal turn on or the 4 steps, so I do a basic step, and she uses step number 5 to turn, step number 6, step number 7, and on 8 she's finally reaching me. Now I cannot do anything, and by anything I mean, let's say I need this hand to turn her. I have to wait for her, and she's going to see this hand late until she connects. And by the way she connects and I already need to start to the other direction, it is already too late. But if she uses only 2 steps to turn, so we do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, on 7, 8 she's already seeing me and she can see that I'm asking for a hand, connected, and I can go the other way. Or another example, if we do 1, 2, 3, 4, she turns and finishes the turn on 5, 6, I can add a head roll on 7, 8, which would be impossible if she takes all 4 counts to finish the turn. Or she could use 5, 6, and 7, 8 for another turn. Okay, so this is how we do the double turn. So this is why it is very important to take into consideration these small technique details. Another thing is, let's say I want to do a turn and an opening. 5, 6, 7, 8. She cannot open backwards on 7, 8 if she's using counts 7 and 8 to complete the turn. So this is yet another example why we really need to understand the techniques in order to help us develop the next figures to a higher level. And this is just one example on how technique will help you in your dancing. In the Bachata Mastery online course, we have 4 levels of figures included: beginners, improvers, intermediate, and advanced. And all of them come with this kind of explanations. Another ability is relating to using body movement. You have to understand what to do, how to do it, and your body has to be able to do it. If we take the last, being able to do it, as a dancer, your mobility is extremely important. You can't do a body wave, for example, if you have a stiff back, neck, or hip. And this comes to one thing in bachata you cannot learn. You can only develop by training. 10 minutes of mobility training a few times a week will make your body move a lot more easily and with flow, not to mention you'll feel a lot better. What I recommend here is for you to get a very short routine, because let's face it, if it's not short, you won't use it regularly. In Bachata Mastery, you get them all. Quick mobility routine and explanation for all sensual bachata moves like waves, head rolls, hip movements, and we combine them in small and ready-to-use figure. And after you already know your stuff, moves and combination, it all comes down to leading and following, which is an art in itself. The only way you can truly practice this is by switching partners. So you are forced to really lead or follow a move, because as soon as your partner gets used to the move, you can practice anything but leading or following. And this is all explained in our leading and following module, so that you never experience not knowing what to do as a follower or how to guide your partner as a leader. This is to make sure from now on you will always feel confidence when you dance. Last but not least, you need personalized guidance tailored to your specific dance, because everyone is different. So make sure that you ask your teacher for feedback as often as you can, because in my 20 plus years of experience, yeah, you heard that right, there is often a big difference in how a student thinks he does one move and how he actually does it. So don't be shy or afraid to ask for feedback from your teachers and even from the people you dance with. But there is a trick for when you do this with other dancers. Make sure to ask specific questions like, does my connection feel light? Or do you think I should be more firm, or was it okay like that? Don't just ask, how well do you think I danced? Because most of them, out of politeness, will just give you an useless feedback by being afraid not to offend. But if you ask for a feedback specifically, you will be amazed how much information you will get and how useful it will be. This is why we have created a Telegram group where all our students from all over the world already interact directly with us, and we can provide them with direct feedback on their dancing while training with us. So, if you are ready to get to the next level, and if you like our style of teaching, we are inviting you to join our Bachata Mastery online courses, where we have prepared all the necessary tools and support for you to grow and develop your bachata skills. All you have to do is just go to www.bachatamastery.com, link is also in the description, and choose the course that fits you better. We'll take over from there and guide you to achieve your goals in dancing bachata. Have an absolutely magnific holidays, and may you enjoy dancing bachata for many years to come. See you in our next videos.